Welcome to Dollar Bin of Doom. It is our 7th episode technically, but it's a special episode because we have a delicious little delectable boy named Aaron.
I feel like I'm a little bit of a medium boy.
You're a bit of a thick daddy.
I get that a lot.
That's been kind of the theme of the night is Aaron is the thick daddy.
I mean,
Based on your choice of beverage.
and I wanted to try something new, so I tried a natty daddy?
A natty daddy.
Yeah, natty daddy.
Yeah.
Referred to from here on out as the thick, bad natty daddy.
Our actual film for the evening, Hood Angels.
Possibly the best movie I've seen in my life and will probably ever see in my life.
We chose to watch this on the eve of the Avengers, but I feel like this is the movie everyone
This
will
is
be
better.
talking
This is
about.
just better in every way.
I feel like this is the movie that everyone's been looking forward to.
This is the closest to the Black Room we're probably going to get for a while.
22 Marvel movies all led to this, Hood Angels. Oh, Christ, this back is so bad. It's literally, if you think of super low budget, people don't know what they're doing, Charlie's Angels, but with African-American ladies.
It's not even like Charlie's Angels with like African American people. It's like if someone like if you were to watch Charlie's Angel and I just said, imagine this in Compton, you're like, oh, there would be like some like record labels and something in there. Like
This has the skeleton of like a fun idea of like taking Charlie's Angels but making it kind of ghetto, for lack of a better word, but
Making it black.
making it black. God, I'm so uncomfortable. But like that idea of like, we're gonna do it in our way. Sure, that could be fun.
Yeah.
But man, this was just kind of boring and really
Was
low
it?
budget.
I had the same. I know we talk about this movie all the fucking time, and you always cut it out. But
Man, ghetto love. One day we're gonna do ghetto love.
but it gave me this. I was telling you during the movie, it's like this anxiety and confusion, this bizarre feeling that you just like. There's a pressure in your chest,
Yeah.
and you also just are looking at the screen with your eyes real wide and your jaw down, like fuck is going on.
but I really do equate it to The Room. We were just like, there's no fucking way this was made. Like,
Yeah.
did someone not like put their headphones down in the middle of editing and be like, guys, there's
I'll tell
no
you
way.
what, somebody did put their headphones down in the middle of editing and be like, "There's too many cuss words in this movie. We have to fix this."
Holy shit.
That might have been the most, like, if there's anything that pulls you clean out of the movie, it's not the occasional boom mic or like the karate moves 3 feet away from
Wait,
someone.
hold on. Were you even in this movie to get pulled
Dude,
out?
I was so into this movie.
Were you really?
I was
lost in the lore.
Dude, the artwork took me away. The ADR work really, like, it's, dude, like 10th grade me in Mr. Passmore's media class in Tucson High was just like, oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
Every high school kid
Yeah.
in every media class, this is their this is their Schindler's List.
Yep. That's exactly
This is their
right.
Citizen Kane. This is their Citizen Kanye. A lot of the cinematography like is claustrophobic, where the camera's too close, or
Yeah.
there's something in front of the actor that's in focus, and it feels like it's right up on you. Clearly, like a TV cut or some kind of weird "let's take all the swearing out" cut. But instead of editing or cutting to another shot to hide the audio, throw a different clip on it so the cut's not as jarring.
Right.
They would cut the audio down, but then speed up the footage so it matches with the same time code that the audio is. It's kind of hard to explain if you've never used audio editing software.
Mind your own business. He took all the money for his promotions, his marketing, and that stupid video. And me and Shayla got stuck with the leftovers.
Put your hands up and Nitro, get on that couch. Get over there!
I'm gonna fix your mama's car. Get the fuck out the car. Hurry up.
Just shut up and leave her alone, nasty.
Nitro? Thought we had you healed.
Yeah, dude, this is baby's first edit. You're like figuring out basic shit, and you're like, hell yeah.
So let's get into the giant air quotes story of the movie.
The movie starts, and we get a scene with each girl. Each girl does a thing that puts them in jail, and this is how they all meet. The first one was the model. She was on like a helipad on a roof. There was a guy in a desk chair who wasn't happy that she didn't have her top off, and then went to go like kiss her neck or something, and she fucking karate chopped him in the fucking face.
3 feet away from him, but
Right.
that's beside the point.
The next girl
What was the next girl?
I don't remember.
No, she was the one in the gym. She was punching the pillow full of oranges.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
and then
The
some-
T-shirt that they
some
like
drunk-
duct taped together.
Yeah, some drunk guy walked in.
Was that like her brother or something?
I
Or,
don't
like-
know. And he's
He
like,
just, like-
this man hit me. And then the man who hit him walked in.
Tyrone, I thought I told you to quit hanging around that fool.
Who you calling a fool?
I'm calling you a fool.
And she kicked the shit out of him.
So it's like a sliding scale of justification of like topless girl, like, okay, I can understand you trying to get away from the situation you're
Yeah,
in.
she just kicked him in the nuts.
And then the second one, like lower, like, well, I mean, I could see them kind of coming at you.
Kind of
but-
protecting that guy.
And then the
third one really jumped the shark.
Oh.
Third one didn't make any sense. So she's walking in a garage and she's looking behind her and there's a black guy behind her. And
And we immediately thought it was like a drug deal thing.
right, that's what they were setting up, that she's like suspicious about this guy gonna attack her or
something.
Pulls out his keys and like takes a hard left and goes to his
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
I was confused whether he's our main character because she suddenly wasn't an issue.
Right.
And then he's like fumbling with his keys, going to turn on his car.
Completely unrelated.
Black man runs up
Starts
to
getting
the,
mugged.
Like literally, a guy runs
The
up to his
man
window and says, "Give me your fucking
literally
something."
pulls him by his shirt out of the window of his own car. We're thinking, this guy's fucked. You know what I mean? So your brain jumps to, oh, she's like a hero. She's going to save the guy getting mugged. No, apparently the guy fucking getting mugged is a kung fu expert. It beats the shit out of the man with the gun who's mugging him for his car or some shit. And then she comes out of nowhere and she's like, you're gonna kill him. She's like, don't kill the mugger who almost killed you. Don't do that. And now she starts beating up the guy who was getting mugged.
Then like hard cut to them in prison.
After this, there's like 30 minutes of...
There's like an interlude of what is his name, Juvenile.
Yeah, a multi-platinum award winner
Yeah.
Juvenile.
He has a name in the movie, but I don't remember what
and
it
scurvy.
was.
We
Yeah,
decided.
Sam
'cause
thinks
his
he has
teeth were
scurvy. He
bleeding.
clearly had a gold grill.
It was at best copper, and I really just prefer to think that he had scurvy.
Yeah,
like
okay.
not enough vitamin C in his
All right,
gums
fine.
were bleeding.
He had scurvy. Gangsters don't eat oranges. We know this.
That was his hit single on his record.
And that's
Gangsters
how he
don't
got-
eat oranges.
And
I can't think of shit that rhymes with oranges.
I really backed myself into a corner with this fucking Oranges song, didn't I?
Oranges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Help me get this door off my door hinges.
Oh shit.
That's it.
Sometimes I stick my arm with syringes.
Hey.
Drugs is cool. Yo.
Yeah.
Or orange.
So he's in the back of that clearly like borrowed limo with a flat tire.
Yep.
They stop somewhere. He gets shot.
And he dies.
Yeah. That's the end of Juvenile.
Juvenile is dead.
Top billing in this movie. He was in it for
DED dead. You meet the lawyer with extraordinarily white teeth and clothes, and you and you meet.
True. He had great teeth.
That's when weird lawyer guy meets up with angels to
oh, yeah.
accomplish a
So that way
thing.
you're
No,
not
because
completely
they
blind.
wanted out of the
Jail.
trouble that they were in. The lawyer's like,
I apologize for this.
That's fine.
I'm allergic to excellent movies.
That's why none of us are sneezing.
Hey man, fuck off.
and he convinces them to work for the company that
He thinks killed.
no
Juvenile?
that Juvenile worked for with his friend, which is the bald guy with the ill-fitting suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the guy now who suddenly understands the plot.
And that company that they go to work for is like a record label.
Yes.
Who somehow worked with Juvenile.
Yes.
They're trying to make a music video for a gentleman.
They were trying to sell Juvenile.
Or was it someone else they were trying to sell?
I think that guy that was sexually assaulting the model chick.
Was he also an artist?
I think he was the one after Juvenile died, the one that they were trying to sell.
Okay.
I think
that's what it was.
so.
So they were trying to get Juvenile out of the picture. See, I was so
Because of
enthralled.
some kind of
makes sense.
No, but because
Because
Juvenile
they were
was
trying
with
to
his
make
friend,
a
which is the
video
bald guy
for
with
a
the
gentleman
ill-fitting
that
suit.
which is completely unrelated.
I think it's safe to assume that they didn't know much more about money laundering than I do.
No. You could have really simplified it of who killed Juvenile. We think it's these people. Why don't you go find out why?
Like Charlie's Angels.
Like Charlie's Angels, which is a lot of like spy stuff using your sex and your body to do that, but the roles were reversed.
Well,
they were all trying to fuck the angels.
Well, I think that was just like every man in this movie is just deplorable in every way.
Yeah.
But
Except for Clean Teeth.
No, Clean Teeth was just like, hey, I'm going to get up in those guts right in the last 10 minutes of the movie, remember?
Sure.
For sure. But from my memories of watching Charlie's Angels a lot, mostly on mute at 1 a.m.
With your dick in your hand.
Yeah, and balls in the other.
Do you hold your balls when you...
Before you even knew how to do it, you're just kind of like moving it around.
Yeah. Like putting it between the fridge door and just like closing it a bunch.
The ketchup bottle method.
Yeah. But yeah, my memories of watching Charlie's Angels was them using their sex appeal to get information out of like dumb males who were just like, oh, okay, I'll give you whatever you want. I just remember the scene where like Drew Barrymore is like trying to get something from a race car driver and she has her race car suit zipped down really far and she's like licking the steering wheel and shit. Again, I don't remember what she was saying. I just would rewind it on my VHS a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in a race car. Them
With
steering
Drew
wheels
Barrymore?
are nasty.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't.
No, I had my tits out.
licking the
Steering wheel. Let me tell you, it did not taste super great.
That's how you get scurvy right there.
Just making Don uncomfortable.
Yeah, like that's the shit that should have been going on, but the roles were like 180'd, where they were trying to be like, hey, I just want to work here, and everyone's trying to be sexy on them. They're not using what makes Charlie's Angels special.
Well, I think
you wouldn't think these hot chicks are spies.
Argument for this is more realistic and therefore a better movie than Charlie's Angels. That's probably more realistic.
Fucking tall bar to clear.
Sure. Hey man, I got my tall thick daddy. I'm ready to debate.
That's right. I think whoever wrote this decided that they were bad. The bad people were bad, and the
they were
only
extremely
way
bad.
they could think to ram that into the audience's face is by making them sexually assault,
Like super
the
rapey
girls.
and gross.
For sure. I would also say a thing that like this movie isn't clever. They don't do anything clever
it's
or
not
interesting to get the information.
It's very textbook.
They don't do anything. They just kind of
Textbook, crayon book, maybe.
Yeah, okay. When I say textbook, I mean the first three, like table of contents.
There's a chunk, maybe like 30 minutes after the first lawyer scene. They do this like rule of threes, like Dora the Explorer, where they go to work, mumble at each other, and then one of the girls does something slightly sneaky. And then at the end of the day, they check in with the lawyer. And then the movie decides that that's plenty.
Let's do some kung fu.
And then all of their work was for nothing.
What do you mean?
Because apparently the muscular girl who were introduced maybe 30
Halfway
minutes
through
into
the
the
movie,
movie,
literally.
who's just like a secretary at this business.
Yeah, but she has like
Is
belts
the
that could
main
crush a watermelon.
is the main fucking bad guy.
Okay, so really quick, this movie is filled with people that look like shitty versions of actual celebrities.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, like there was a discount, like a Don Cheadle that we refer to as Don Chodel.
No, it's Dan Chodel.
Dan Chodel.
Dan Chodel.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop.
Snoop Dogg.
Sunbleach Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
There was shitty Montel.
I think Sunbleached Marlon Wayans is what.
God, we're missing another one.
Oh, Cantier.
Kanye. Shitty Kanye. Can't
Yeah.
There was Master P was in this, like fake Master P.
Oh, maybe that was what we called the bald guy. I don't know.
And I'm like, oh, it's Master P.
Mr. Piss.
My favorite rapper and soda.
Yeah. We finally get to the final confrontation or whatever, where everyone's on the set.
And it's Dave Chappelle walks
Yes.
through, pistol whips.
Holds him at gunpoint.
Yeah, he's like, hot lady, model lady, you're coming to the room.
Yeah, the
Because
casting
they're
couch.
suspicious that these girls are stealing shit.
Yeah,
And they're right.
which they very much are.
Correct,
They're
yeah.
completely warranted.
The next scene is the scene which is the only action in the entire movie.
Other than them fighting in the
Other than them
beginning
fighting
of the movie,
in the
yeah.
beginning of the movie. You're right. So we were waiting for like, oh, this is going to be bad kung fu or something. And then finally, really bad kung fu.
Yeah.
Like a lot of speed up and slow down, but not in a like cool Zack Snyder 300.
Yeah, there was a lot of go for the kick at 10 frames a second and then do a close-up of the kick in real time, but the actors acting slow motion.
There
feet
was a
hitting
lot of
faces.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then going back to the 10 frames a second kick.
A lot of random POV, a lot of uncomfortable close-ups, and a lot of like all of the farther away frame shots. All the choreography was just not. I mean, not like we're.
You mean it wasn't good?
You know what? I
In
may be
this low rent
retracting.
Charlie's Angels movie, it
You
wasn't.
know, I may be retracting my statement. Maybe this movie wasn't the best movie I've seen. It's maybe just top 10. Okay, fuck you.
Okay, all right. The only person that kills anyone is the sister of.
Yeah, okay. Extra medium plain girl.
Yes, she fucking breaks Dave Chappelle's neck with her fucking calf.
And the reason you're saying that is because Juvenile didn't actually die.
Yeah, so
he's back.
That's the big plot point that I was like trying, like that we forgot was like out of fucking nowhere. He literally, I mean, the way people walk into the scene on the room where he just kind of like walks in the door.
Yeah,
he's just like, "Hey guys," and we're just
and all three of us and the movie said, "Okay,"
and then he just walks into frame.
He's like, "You got me for one more day, bitches. What do you need?"
Yeah, and then like it's
Okay,
because it's so strange to me that Scurvy Boy walks into the screen is fighting these two people, and the three people who we know kung fu are just sitting on the couch with their hands over their laps, just watching him lose,
Twiddling
this
their
fight.
thumbs.
Yeah,
no, they join in the fight
After
and
he-
they
Eventually,
kill the fuck out of Dave Chappelle.
yeah. Eventually,
They
but like
murder the real
during
life Dave
in that
Chappelle.
red room.
Now we get another 40 minutes of them running around the office, which is just a mall.
That I think it was the same mall that Commando was shot in. I
Yeah.
am convinced you
You
cannot
were-
Yeah,
fight me.
You're adamant
Yeah.
about that.
That's the final hostage scene because the Delts lady is running around with a Desert Eagle.
And then she finds Don Chodel, and then
Yeah, every person who's been in this movie is now casually sitting in the mall food court. just
that was
hanging
the
out.
weirdest part.
Yeah,
Delts woman like holds one of the angels hostage.
yeah. No, she shoots Dan Chodel.
Right.
And then when she shoots Dan Chodel,
Basic girl.
basic
Basic
bitch,
bitch.
karate chops a gun out of her hand. They get in a fight and she inevitably gets yeeted off the.
Yep.
the
It didn't look
In
like
food
they used a
court
dummy
railing.
for that one shot though. It looked like a real person falling back.
Well,
yeah.
she was
Yeah,
following
it was a
very
real person.
Jesus-like
Yeah.
too, which could have been symbolism, could
And-
not have been.
yeah.
Allegedly,
Probably.
probably symbolism.
And then we were joking about like, oh, it didn't look like it was that far of a fall. She's probably fine. And then like the camera kept zooming out, and we're like,
Right.
oh yeah, she's probably fucked actually.
Yeah, I was under the impression because this looked like a two-story mall.
Yeah.
If you fall off of one story onto the next story of a mall,
It's gonna
you'll be
hurt.
in pain, like, but you'll be screaming bloody murder.
As long as you didn't hit your head,
Yeah.
you'd probably break a leg.
yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it.
yeah, it wouldn't feel great,
but-
but you'll probably be alive.
Yeah, most people don't have the instinct to roll at the end.
Sure.
So anyway,
Sure.
she dies.
Yep.
And then what happens? Like the movie just kind of it cuts to them in the lawyer's office,
Yeah.
Right, and he absolves them of all their sins.
except schoolgirl.
Take a gun.
And he absolves
Not
them
yawning.
of all their sins.
Literally, it's like, oh yeah, the guy who was trying to get you to take your titties out. He was an alleged sexual offender, so you kicking off the side of the building's
Go
fine.
fucking
you're
figure.
good.
Oh, the guy who you beat up with your punching bag, he
Beat
was
up your
also
friend.
bad of some way, so you're absolved of all yours. And then there was like a whole exchange with the last girl, the schoolgirl.
Well, and then they were setting up a potential romance.
It was basically
between them.
the judge thought you were cute, so
Yeah, like
Good luck.
they literally just like, oh yeah, they didn't the gangster that you beat up, they didn't like him so much, like he's getting jail time or something. Like it could have been a comment on criminal justice reform, but it's not.
It felt like the end of the '80s Charlie's Angels TV show, where everything wraps up in a nice little bow. However the fuck happens, whatever.
I think one of the kids at the AV club said,
Well, this is how movies are supposed to end.
I mean, there's got to be a happy ending, right, fellas?
Okay.
So
Well,
like,
I'm thinking more like, oh, the teacher said this has to be 90 minutes and we're at 84.
yeah.
There's no fucking way they hit 84 minutes in this movie.
So
That's it.
Yeah.
That this is kind of a beautiful middle ground of movies that I love, where like there is a budget and there is people behind it, and there is a vision, but it's just executed like
Amateurish.
amateurish. Yeah.
So
I mean, the whole thing is amateurish, but it's amateurish with money, which is a special little flavor.
So it's the thing of like in the script, oh, man in suit, and you could see what the writer is like. Oh yeah, dude in a fucking suit, and he comes up and he looks awesome. Okay, now it's time to get the suit. Oh fuck, we have like $300. Yeah. for this whole movie.
Yeah.
So like someone's got to go to Goodwill, just
Yep.
get whatever suit you can get. Oh shit, it's 8 sizes too big for this
Yeah.
actor. Do we have time to tailor it to make it look good? No.
Do we have the money to do that?
Exactly.
Or I think this suit looks cool because it's 6 times the size, and I remember 90s basketball.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It was very, very strange. I think I feel like I keep using The Room as my gold standard.
It's the gold standard of
It
kind
is
of bad
because
movies.
it's so out there. I got a very similar feeling.
Yeah,
like I
there's-
said it before, where it's like
little splashes of room.
a little splashes of room in that it definitely had moments where you wonder to yourself, did anybody look up to this and say, hey guys, let's rethink this real quick? But
Well, it also was a Tommy Wiseau, for all his faults, had a completely original idea. Like, granted, he was probably aping off of movies he'd seen, but it wasn't like Charlie's Angels but black. You know what I mean? Like, The Room wasn't
Something but
romantic comedy but fucking bananas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he had an idea and he executed his idea exactly
was-
the way
no,
he
that's
wanted.
what I really-
It just happened that his capability and the way he wanted it were wrong on every level. So it was the perfect like auteur making the film that he wanted to make really poorly. Whereas this movie definitely came off as a diluted fever dream of a movie, like The Room, but it didn't have the charm of the one guy with the really bad idea. You know what I mean? I think that's the difference.
yeah, there's a lot of like budgetary excuses for like obviously the suit doesn't fit. Obviously they only have 4 locations because of budgetary reasons. The Room didn't really have budgetary reasons. Fuck it, let's get 2 HD cameras. I don't know, film or digital. Let's do that. Let's film in an alley. Oh fuck it, let's just build an alley set as well. Like there's
Right.
budget in The Room. This
And-
feels like it struggles a little bit. So there's
Sure.
a charm to that as well.
That's true, but the part that sticks out to The Room to me so much is
The spoons.
the spoons, the silverware in the
Frames.
picture frames, the house that is decorated with
this
fucking
is
silverware.
Hood Angels is not a cult classic, I don't think, and it never
Like-
will be.
Like The Room is dense with
Memes.
bizarre decisions. Bizarre decisions.
Oh yeah.
Whereas this is dense with boredom.
There's a lot of stretches.
With a
it's just-
series of like bizarre decisions to kind of lift us out of the boredom occasionally.
yeah. Since you're our guest, would you like to go first?
Okay, so as a friendship experience, I think I feel bonded
Uh-huh.
over this movie, and I definitely want to take this movie home and show it to everybody I know.
Uh-huh.
Just to say this was made.
You can live that dream.
I can.
I just need it for another week and then you can have it.
You know, I want to show it to everybody I know and love and say, in the year of our Lord 2006, this movie was yeeted onto our popular culture.
Uh-huh.
For that, I would pay $1.
Okay.
That is worth the price. As a friendship and or fun experience, the way I would go to see again, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but seeing The Room, throwing your spoons to the screen and like nudging your friends saying, did you get that popular culture reference? I got that popular culture reference. That's how I like my dollar rating is kind of in that same vein of like as an experience, showing like seeing it with all my friends and we're all a little bit tipsy. I'd pay $1. Oh yeah, I'd pay $1, especially if I could keep the case. Dude, like I could space my Xbox off the counter with that. Fuck yeah. Sam, what do you think?
Oh, well, I can't judge these movies based on the friendship experience. Cause,
You do this enough that this is just
Well, but that's automatically going to be worth it. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't run into a movie yet, and we've watched some real stinkers that has, like, ruined my time hanging out with my friends. So I can't judge it on that level. Hood Angels, I base it just on the movie and my enjoyment of the movie. I think I'll give it the... no. 50 cents.
50 cents. All right.
I always try and be a little lenient on these movies.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
You already spent your $1 and you're trying to justify it.
That's definitely for sure. Man, this would be like 85 cents maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Based on literally like hanging out with you for the first time and then sitting
Sorry.
here and laughing, like it's always going to be worth $1.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Hood Angels that was fun and weird, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed other movies that we've watched. So
The first, 5 minutes and the last 45 were what make up most of the price.
for sure.
That middle hour was a slog.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 85 cents to where if someone did take $1 from me for it, I'm not going to be upset.
You know what? It reminded me of the first one we watched, Double Cross. It was like tiny little blips of just fun, and then a sea of just kind of boring
For sure.
mulch.
I will say that we've watched movies where I'm literally reminded, oh yeah, we did watch that, didn't we? I'm going to remember stuff from Hood Angels.
Yeah.
So it's got that going
Well,
for
it's
it.
that argument that you have of you can appreciate it because there is something there. There is something, and that something is bad.
You've convinced me. I'm going to rate it a little higher. I think 75 cents for me. Just because coming up with the
The rapper names.
shitty knockoff rapper names was fun. And that the movie had enough of that in there that we could do that. Yeah, and it was definitely, it's better than a lot of the movies we've seen.
For sure. Well, Aaron, you're an unofficial MHP person now.
Oh shit!
If you show up a couple more times, we're going to make you a puppet.
Yeah. So how was your experience? Was your experience worth $1?
Oh, it was worth. It was worth not only the $1, but the $1 you paid for my thick bad natty daddy.
Oh no, it was way more than $1.
$2.
It was 2 beers for $4.50.
Man,
2 beers for $4.50?
dude.
Yeah, at Quick Trip.
Dude, I feel like I should blow you now.
They were talking.